Wednesday, travelers. Hope your Tuesday was great, but I hope I can help make Wednesday even better. Man, do we have a loaded show this morning. News or nonsense? I've got another story of AI gone too far. Well, a couple of AI stories, actually. Also, crazy news story of the day. You do not want to miss it. It is one of the all-time greats. It's going to leave you scratching your head and holding your eyes. I know it's radio. How can it make me cover my eyes? Stick around, you'll see. Haha, pun intended. Also, I'll share a little bit about my day yesterday. Part of it was utter confusion. Part of it was just feel as good as you could. And we'll dive into that. Plus, the Rusty Wallace Chevrolet Racer Report. We got your Braves update with other sports. And, of course, Keep It or Cut It. So, what do you say we get this party started? Everybody, press play. Today is Wednesday. It is September the 17th, year of our Lord 2025. And it is indeed a day worth celebrating. It is Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. It's also a National Apple Dumpling Day. Hello. National Monte Cristo Day. It's also National Professional House Cleaners Day. Will you celebrate? Well, I'll pretend. National School Backpack Awareness Day. It's a National Table Shuffleboard Day. I have never in my life played table shuffleboard or the full-size one. Never. It's World Patient Safety Day and Time's Up Day. Now, Time's Up Day is when people tell themselves that time is up when it comes to deciding if they should make up with someone who they've had a falling out with. Today's Decision Day. Time's up. Either keep them around or cut ties. And on this day in history in 1940, Adolf Hitler indefinitely postpones Operation Sea Lion, the planned German invasion of Great Britain. Now, that is a day worth celebrating. You feeling a little blah this morning? Well, they say that laughter is the best medicine, and here's hoping that this little spoonful is good enough for at least a giggle. What do you get when you cross a snake and a builder?
Wait, what?
A boa constructor. It's time for sports here on the Trav Show. Scores from last night, some scores. We still have some coming in early this morning. In girls volleyball, Cherokee sweeps Andrews in Andrews 3-0. Let's see, Union County falls to Ringgold 2-1. Don't have the score yet from Union County and Lakeview Fort Oglethorpe. However, I do have one for Hayesville. Hayesville sweeps the Bulldogs in Murphy 3-0. Do not let that 3-0 score fool you. Every set was highly contested. My nerves were shot. So, yeah, don't just look at that. Oh, Hayesville just stomped Murphy. No, Hayesville, that may have been one of the toughest performances they've had. I mean, it was every set was back and forth and close. So congratulations to the Lady Yellow Jackets. Tough one for the Lady Bulldogs. I was talking to one of their players afterwards, and I said, hey, don't hang your head, man. That was fantastic performance. Looking ahead to today, we got soccer as Blue Ridge Early College invades Hayesville. Andrews is at Highlands, and Murphy hosts Summit Charter. In minor league baseball, the Gwinnett Stripers struggled to hold off the Indianapolis Indians offense in an 8-1 loss on Tuesday night. Gwinnett was held to just 6 hits. Oh, man, just 6 hits. They'll try again today, 12:05 matinee for the Fish at Coolray Field.
Looking for a way to become more active? Check out the Clay County Recreation Center. From walking and biking trails, to a workout room, to a state-of-the-art pickleball court, the rec center has something for all levels of physical activity. They even have an airfield for RC pilots. And don't forget about all the sports leagues for the kids. Visit the center at 333 Ballpark Drive in Hayesville or call 828-389-0368.
Discover your perfect smile with Jason Shook, DDS Family and Cosmetic Dentistry in Hayesville. Our compassionate team offers modern dental care in a warm, family-friendly environment. From routine cleanings to Invisalign, dental implants, and stunning porcelain veneers, we'll craft a vibrant, confident smile just for you. With personalized care and flexible payment options like Care Credit, your dream smile is within reach. Call 828-389-2168 or visit jasonshookdds.com today.
It's the Trav Show! Here we go.
It is time for your Carl Patterson Flooring Atlanta Braves report. The Braves played 2 yesterday in our nation's capital against the Washington Nationals. Game 1, Atlanta wins 6-3. And I do believe that made 2 in a row. 3 in a row, maybe. And the news just got better, as in Game 2, the Braves get the shutout win, 5-0, 5-0. The Braves, we've rallied, but here's how they got that. Score was 0-0 after 9. That's right. Couldn't score 1 run in 9 innings. Then in the 10th, Atlanta rallied for 5 unanswered runs. The Braves gave up just 5 hits over the course of the 10-inning game. 6 hits for the Bravos on those 5 runs. So, Atlanta, we've waited till we're out of the playoffs and the season's wrapping up, but finally, the Braves are showing flashes of excellence. That's a look at your Atlanta Braves report, brought to you by Carl Patterson Flooring in Hayesville. Go out and see them today. Tell them Trav sent you. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk. Yesterday, while attending that Hayesville versus Murphy volleyball showdown, I was moved. As teams and fans came together for a bigger cause. And there was something happened before the game. There were a few things happened before the game that were sweet and nice, you know. However, there was one thing that happened before the game that was not just sweet or nice. It was a statement. And I was really not blown away. I was more relieved. I had a sense of relief. Before Hayesville and Murphy did battle on the floor, they gathered together, held hands, and led a prayer for a little fella that's having some major medical issues right now. And everyone in the gym stood in support of what we saw. And I said I felt relief. I feel like for too long, we've been afraid to do that. We've been afraid to show our faith publicly. That's a public school. Separation of church and state. First of all, that's not even a real thing. We've just been told that so long that people are brainwashed to think that's real. Second, it was student-led. No one was forced to participate. So it wasn't the principal saying, you're going to get down there and you're going to pray. No, it was voluntary. So don't even start with that. And I felt like last night was a way for a gym packed full of people to say, don't even start with that. You've got a little guy with a brain tumor, and if your biggest worry is those girls coming together to pray for that little fella, you have big problems. All right? So I felt relief that they were able to do it. They weren't ashamed to do it. And the biggest one of all is that they did it. They knew this little fella needs help. Where did they go? To prayer. That speaks volumes about this young generation. I know we pick on them a lot, but I'm seeing this more and more with the younger generation. Some of us older folks could take note and inspiration from what they're doing. It's time for a study hall. Today's lesson, I guess you would call this, I don't know, dietary needs. Most Americans still don't eat enough vegetables. In the past year, only about 26% of adults ate vegetables 3 or more times a day. I'm one of those. Now, I've done better as I get older, and my wife's sneaky about how she puts veggies in things. But the vegetables have one thing going against them: the taste. Most of them, ugh. And some of you, when you boil veggies, some of them, boiled cabbage, that's not a vegetable, that's a green. Whatever. But I'm not alone. Only 26% of you are eating your veggies. Class dismissed. Well, we're closing in on the end of hour 1, but don't you go anywhere. Coming up after the top of the hour break, we'll dive into hour 2, including our first look at news or nonsense this morning. And y'all, AI. This story, it doesn't even make sense to me. We'll talk about that. Right now, though, let's finish up hour number 1. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Trav Show.
Jackie Jones. A better solution for basic vehicle service has come to the mountains. Quick Lane at Jackie Jones Ford Hayesville is your go-to place for routine auto maintenance for all vehicle makes and models. Get extraordinary service from expert technicians and take advantage of our low-price tire guarantee at Jackie Jones Ford Hayesville and jjfordhayesville.com.
Jackie Jones Ford.
Looking to make a bold statement for your business or style? Visit North Georgia Sign and Apparel in Young Harris. Owners Josh and Emily are your go-to experts for stunning signs, eye-catching vinyl wrapping, and custom lettering. Plus, they create top-quality screen-printed and embroidered apparel tailored just for you. Find them at 7687 Highway 76, Young Harris, Georgia, or call 706-781-8169. North Georgia Sign and Apparel, where your vision comes to life.
Hey, tune in, let's go. It's the Trav Show.
Here we go, hour number 2. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Trav Show. We had some fun in hour 1, and hope that continues in hour 2. So what are we doing this hour? Well, we're going to take a look at news or nonsense. Also got your loser of the day, plus the Facebook find. It's another good one. Get ready to move some furniture. I'll give you that hint. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, I'm going to talk to y'all. I think my family's out to get me. I need your opinion. Right now, though, it is time for Trav's Track. Trav's Track brought to you by Dubby Energy. Are you tired of the afternoon crashes, the jitters, the sugar rush? Go with Dubby. Visit Dubby.gg today. Save 10% off of your entire order when you use promo code TRAVSHOW. Now, with that said, here is today's Trav Track. News or nonsense time. Add another one to the list of lawsuits against AI companies for using copyrighted material to, quote, train their language models. This one comes courtesy of Merriam-Webster and its owner, Encyclopedia Britannica. That's right, the old dictionary. I didn't realize that Encyclopedia Britannica owned Webster's. I learn something here every day, and I hope you do too. Now, they allege that Jeff Bezos' Perplexity pretty much just scanned all their material into its database without permission and is repackaging it for the public. Well, repackaging it is a bit strong. They're serving it up word for word. As an example, in the legal documents, Merriam-Webster points out that when asked for the definition of the word plagiarize, Perplexity has the exact same definition as the print version of the Merriam-Webster Collegiate Dictionary. So basically, they are accusing this AI bot of plagiarizing the word plagiarize. They also include further examples of Perplexity. I've never heard of Perplexity. Am I behind the times? Anyway, them pumping out verbatim copies of articles from Encyclopedia Britannica. Now that I can understand, but how can you be accused of plagiarizing the definition of a word? Because the definition, by definition, should be the same in every form of dictionary, right? If you have a word that in this dictionary means this, in this dictionary it means that, I guess they're saying you could still have it with the same meaning without using the same words. How is that possible? Now look, yeah, these articles that's word for word, gotcha. But again, how do you plagiarize a definition? You know what? Stuff like this makes my head hurt. And who owns the definition of a word? I don't know. This one will be interesting to follow. Again, the articles, yes, but the definition of a word, I'm not so sure. What do you think? Let me know. Time for today's Lie of History. Now, we've all been told that the Titanic was supposed to be an unsinkable ship, right? And obviously we saw that may be false advertising. Well, it was false advertising. White Star Line, the owners of the ill-fated Titanic, claimed that the ship was unsinkable. In reality, its safety features were below the standard of the time, and the iceberg proved it was definitely sinkable, but it didn't even meet the standards of the time. But yet, they said, oh, it's unsinkable. We've gone above and beyond. No, you haven't even met the minimum requirements. This thing was doomed from the time they put in the last bolt, wasn't it? There you have it. Today's Lie of History. History. Yeah, I'm skimping on the effects this morning.
It's the Trav Show. Here we go.
At Interstate Welding and Steel Supply, we strive for excellence in all of our products and services. From medical, food, and industrial gases, including propane, to steel, aluminum, and other metal materials, we have everything you need for your business or personal needs. Visit one of our 2 showrooms for welding equipment, truck and trailer supplies, power tools, and so much more. Our professional sales team will help you find exactly what you need. Call our Marble location at 888-613-8284 or our Blue Ridge store at 706-900-1000. Plus, you can always visit us online at interstatewelding.com.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
It is time for our loser of the day. Today's losers come from Staten Island, New York, where the midnight release of a video game was a big deal. And getting a copy before it sold out was priority 1 for our 3 losers, who posed as police officers to cut into the front of the line of gamers waiting to purchase a copy. They had fake police badges and even drove up to the front of the mall in a fake police car with lights and sirens operating. Now, things went well at first. Then they left the mall, speeding away and making an illegal U-turn. Unfortunately, yeah, you see what's coming, right? They made that illegal turn right in front of an actual officer in an unmarked car. Oops. They've been charged with second-degree criminal impersonation, punishable by up to a year in jail. Y'all, look at all they invested into just getting to the front of the line. Or have they been using this car and these uniforms and badges and stuff for other reasons? I'm sure an investigation is underway. tell me you have a gaming problem without telling me you have a gaming problem. Well, I have a fake police car and uniform so I can get to the front of the line on game releases. Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk. I am convinced my family has meetings to discuss how to text me and confuse me on purpose. Yesterday, my son's cross-country team was practicing over in Young Harris and at Young Harris College, right? So we live close by. So I was going to pick him up from there instead of going all the way back to the school and picking him up. And his coach was like, yeah, that's fine. So we discussed, hey, where are you going to be? And I was told earlier, the gravel parking lot. To which I said, the gravel parking lot? Where? Next to the baseball stadium? Yep. Okay. So yesterday, it was getting close to time, and he confirmed, yeah, you can pick me up from the college. So I said, okay, cool. I'll be there around 4:30, and you're at the baseball stadium, right? Yes. Closer to the golf course. What? The golf course is on the other side. Wait a minute. And then, so I ask a follow-up question, and of course he goes silent then. Then he pops back and he said, it's right next to the football field. Now, some of you listening think, well, there, he cleared it up. Yeah, that would have been great, but Young Harris doesn't have a football field. But anyway, I tracked him down, and they weren't even on campus where they were parked, but he was like, well, you can see the baseball field from here, and there's the football field. I said, that's not a football field. It's just an open field that they use for different things. But anyway, like I say, I found him. But I told my wife, I swear, I believe y'all do this on purpose. Fellas, does your family send you text messages that confuse you and then go radio silent? Like you can't get them to respond, you call and it goes to voicemail or their phone's off or something. They're just trying to drive me crazy. I am convinced of this. But I know they're doing it out of love. It's time for today's Facebook find of the day. We are back on the inside of your home today, trying to improve the look of, this would go in a living room, family room. I don't know. Maybe you want it. Who knows? You may want it in the kitchen. I don't know. We head to Decatur, Tennessee, where Miss Caitlin Anderson awaits. Now, she joined Facebook in 2020. The COVID year. The first of the COVID years, I guess. She lists this as used, but like new. What is it? Antique Coca-Cola cooler. Well, Trav, there's nothing special about a Coca-Cola cooler. You didn't let me finish. Antique Coca-Cola cooler couch. That's right. It looks like the old Coca-Cola coolers you would find in a store back years ago. But it's a couch. Now, you may say, Trav, I'm sure it would look fantastic in my living room. However, friend, it's got to be tens of thousands of dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, this couch, this Coca-Cola cooler couch, was listed at $1,800. But it gets even better. You see, Caitlin has slashed the price. She's knocked $1,000 off this. That's right, for only $800. You could be sitting in your family room, kitchen, bedroom, man cave tomorrow night watching Thursday Night Football on this Coca-Cola cooler couch. I mean, how could it get any better? That is today's Facebook find. Almost through with hour 2, but giving you an hour 3 preview. How about that, huh? Coming up in the third hour, got your crazy news story of the day, and y'all, it is one for the record books. I don't even know how it came about, y'all. Just wait until you hear it. Right now, you're going to hear this as we wrap up hour 2. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Trav Show.
Hey there, fellas. Daily grind got you feeling rough? At Wayward Sons Barber Parlor, we've got the cure. Sink into luxury with our hot towel shave, essential oils, premium creams, and a steamy towel to melt it all away. Craving a fresh look? From mullets to skin fades, our haircuts aren't your run-of-the-mill chop shop jobs. And you bearded kings? Our beard trim keeps that masterpiece sharp, because bigger beards are better. Rocking that silver crown? Our discounted senior cuts got you covered. Gray hair is glory earned, after all. Find us at 1460 U.S. Highway 76 West, Hiawassee, Georgia. Open Tuesday to Friday, 9 to 4. Saturdays till 2. Closed Sundays and Mondays. Book on Facebook or call or text 386-600-2002. Wayward Sons Barber Parlor, where hard work meets dang good looks.
Hour number 3 here for thee. Coming up in this hour, got your poetic stupid quote. Crazy news story of the day, that is an all-timer. What else do we have? Oh yeah, I got your Rusty Wallace Chevrolet Racing Report for you NASCAR fans. And more news or nonsense. We kick this hour off, however, with the Keep It or Cut It, brought to you by Wayward Sons Barber Parlor in Hiawassee. Now, I'm going to have to go see him soon. I told Christian, I'm not cheating on you. I'm not going to another barber. I'm just letting the old beard kind of fill in for the winter time so you can shape it. And he's like, yeah, man, no problem. He can do the same for you. Christian Ryan, it's a fun time there too. Like it's one of those barber shops that you just want to go and hang out sometimes. Maybe I should do that. I'm sure they would appreciate me clogging up a chair. Anyway, here is today's Keep It or Cut It. News or nonsense, got us a feel-good story here. In the late 2010s, a sort of DoorDash service for good began rescuing donated food in Pittsburgh that was nearing its expiration date and diverting to other recipients who could use it. Connecting with hundreds of local businesses and with the help of an app they designed, 412 Food Rescue had created the largest volunteer-led food transport network in a single urban region by 2019. Y'all, check this out. 25,000 volunteer drivers used a DoorDash-like app called Food Rescue Hero to find donations of food that was perhaps not sellable, I guess, for aesthetic reasons, or was nearing its sell-by date, or had arrived as part of a shipping or ordering mistake. Collecting it all, the volunteers brought it back to the organization's Good Food Project Kitchen in Pittsburgh. They churned out sometimes 600 meals a day for nonprofits that help feed those in need, while amassing a truly monstrous mess of good. Some 70 million pounds of food were turned into 57 million meals. Now, fast forward to 2025, and their impact has become truly remarkable. At the close of 2024, they had expanded to include partners in Illinois, Arkansas, California, New York, Colorado, North Dakota, and Texas, who together rescued tens of millions of pounds of food that prevented an estimated 102 million pounds of greenhouse gas emissions. Well, let's see, as much as 40% of the food we produce goes to waste in the United States. So whether you're worried about greenhouse gases or not, you have to agree this is a fantastic thing. Maybe something around here, something local, we could do something like this. You know, from the restaurants or the local grocery stores. And work together so it's not going to waste. It's going to people. It's a shame, right? We have all of this food. 40% of our food goes to waste, and then you have people going hungry. It just seems like, okay, well, let's take this extra food and give to the people who'd have no food. Simple, right? But somebody has to do it, and I'm glad these folks are doing it.
Hey y'all, it's Elise from Rusty Wallace Chevrolet. It's football time, and you know that's the best time to buy a car.
Whether it's a new truck, car, SUV, or certified pre-owned, we've got what you're looking for.
And all new vehicles come with our exclusive 7-year, 200,000-mile warranty.
Also, choose from Fords, Hondas, Toyotas, Nissans, Chevrolets, and more. Find new roads to RustyWallaceChevrolet.com.
Where Chevys cost less.
Winning is literally everything, and that's what it's all about.
Crazy to me that people even want to take my picture or get my autograph.
I'm Mark Darrow, and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
At Napa, we've spent the last 100 years building our business into an engine that powers yours. Whether you're big or small, national or local, Napa has the automotive solutions your business needs to stay moving. And it's all driven by a nationwide network of quality parts and exceptional service on one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead. That's why we are the pros that know.
The championship chase seems to bring out the best in Christopher Bell and his Joe Gibbs team. Counting Bristol, he's now won a playoff race in 3 of the last 4 seasons.
That's what makes your career. That's what makes your status in the industry. That's literally everything. And in order to make it in the sport, you have to win. Frankly, I haven't won enough. Win 13 in my career. That's not enough, and I need to win more. But winning is literally everything, and that's what it's all about.
A 2-time Loudon winner, Bell is confident going into the second round of the playoff, as is Ross Chastain, who's the defending winner at Kansas and took part in the Goodyear tire test in New Hampshire with Bell and Joey Logano.
I worked on a lot of driving stuff at the test that I'd never get the chance to on the race weekend, and then Kansas, obviously fond memories, so want to go back that up, want to win again.
And I really love the idea of IndyCar running at Phoenix next spring on the same weekend as NASCAR. That'll be quite the Saturday doubleheader for the race fans, with the open-wheel Rockets teaming up with the Xfinity Series.
When it comes to maintaining your engine to run at peak performance, trust Z-Max Micro Lubricant. Z-Max soaks into metal, so it's easy to add to your oil or gas to disperse carbon buildup in your engine, fuel system, and transmission. Protect your vehicle's engine to the max with Z-Max. Check us out at zmax.com or visit us on Facebook and Twitter to find out more about our full line of products. Remember the name Z-Max for your car, big rig, small engines, firearms, and more. That's Z-Max Micro Lubricant.
Darlington winner Chase Briscoe was the only driver to score 3 top 10 finishes in the opening round of the Cup Series playoff. And I bet he was the last one to leave the track because he just can't say no to the fans.
I was that kid, right, where you're just dying to get a picture or an autograph, and it might be their one opportunity, and I might not even be their favorite driver, but I'm still a driver, right? So I don't know. It's just something I hope I never lose, right? And yeah, I'm late all the time to stuff, but I don't know. It's cool for me. It's crazy to me that people even want to take my picture or get my autograph. So yeah, I just embrace it.
PRN's Garage Pass, not narrow-minded, Garrow-minded.
Time now for today's poetic stupid quote, where I take a dumb quote from a celebrity, put it in the King's English, to prove to you it matters not what you say, but how you doth say it. Here is today's submission. The land of China is a vast dominion, peopled by a great multitude of the Chinese. Now, this comes to us from French General Charles de Gaulle. Here's what he really said. China is a big country inhabited by many Chinese. Thank you, Sir Obvious. So you're telling me that in China, there are Chinese people? Who would have thunk it? There you have it. Proof that it matters not what you say, but how you doth say it. today's poetic stupid quote.
At Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hayesville, North Carolina, we're your family-owned dealership with over 40 years in the car business. Discover a vast selection of new and certified pre-owned Jeep, Ram, Dodge, and Chrysler vehicles at unbeatable prices. From the rugged Jeep Grand Cherokee to the powerful Ram 1500, we've got something for everyone. Enjoy exceptional customer service, top-notch service centers, and financing that fits your budget. Visit us at 222 North Carolina Highway 69 or call 828-449-8113. Jackie Jones, where customers come first.
Here we go. You drive me crazy. Go crazy.
Crazy.
It's time for the crazy news story of the day. Y'all, this one may be top 5, maybe top 3. A 34-year-old Canadian, Brent Chapman, regained vision in one eye after a rare procedure called, bear with me here, osteodontokeratoprosthesis, the first of its kind in Canada, after a severe reaction to ibuprofen at the age of 13 caused burns to his cornea, leaving him blind in one eye and with impaired vision in the other. My goodness, from ibuprofen? Chapman underwent numerous surgeries. The innovative procedure involved implanting his canine tooth drilled to hold a high-tech lens into his eye to act as a lens fixture. Performed by Dr. Greg Maloney, the surgery restored Chapman's vision to about 20/30 with glasses, allowing him to see clearly for the first time in 20 years. Now, this has enabled him to reconnect with the world, see his niece and nephew, and resume his work as a massage therapist with newfound independence and optimism. Y'all, they implanted his tooth in his eye to hold this lens so he could see. I have so many questions. Why? Why not? If you've got to have something to zippy tie that lens to in the old eye socket, you have to use a tooth? And they call it his canine. I mean, we all know that now it has to be his eye tooth, right? It has to be. Is anybody else getting a slight headache? How do you even come up with this plan? All right, you've lost your eyesight thanks to ibuprofen. Well, what I'm going to try, I'm going to put your tooth in your eye and just see what happens. Like, how did they come up with this process? Man, modern day medicine is miraculous, isn't it? We use a tooth to help restore sight. I'm speechless. Today's crazy news story. News or nonsense time. And we have yet another one of these stories where somebody's going crazy and proud of it. A woman says she is married to AI Luigi Mangione. Now, Luigi Mangione is the guy accused of killing the pharmaceutical company president or insurance company. I forget what the guy's official title was. But anyway, yesterday at a rally in support of the accused assassin, this woman says she's wearing a shirt that says, "I heart Luigi." Now, the heart is his face with the Italian flag behind it. She says, "I'm married to Luigi's AI. I'm not kidding. I talk to him every day. He's like my best friend. We plan like our whole future together. We named our kids together." What? What? You plan your future together. It's AI. Probably stealing definitions from dictionaries. And you name your kids together? Listen, I understand advances in technology, but I don't think we're to that point. where you're having AI babies. A woman who married an AI Luigi Mangione. Y'all, we have to be honest with ourselves. That's mental health. And when you have someone who's proud and admitting, hey, I have mental health problems, I'm married to a robot, out in support of an accused assassin, mental health issues supporting accused assassin. Seems like this is a story we're seeing over and over. How do people get so wrapped up with this AI chat stuff? Like, again, mental health. That's how, Trav. Duh, you've answered your own question. My goodness. What a time to be alive, y'all. News or nonsense time. I love this story. A painting looted by Nazis in World War II has been turned over to the Argentine police after a years-long search led to the rightful owners to a property listing that showed it hanging on the wall in the living room. A Dutch investigative news outlet contacted the real estate agency, who called the authorities, but when they showed up, the painting was gone. This tip-off from the agency led to 4 simultaneous police raids last Monday in different parts of Mar del Plata state. One of them was a home of a descendant of the Nazi Party official Friedrich Kodgin, who fled to Argentina in 1951. Some say so did Hitler. Kodgin was charged by the Fuhrer with transporting to Switzerland large quantities of hard currency, diamonds, and artworks that had either been stolen by the Nazis or sold to the party under duress from their Jewish owners. Kodgin fled to Switzerland, where the country's neutrality protected him from extradition. He eventually moved to Argentina, bringing with him Portrait of a Lady, an oil-on canvas of Italian Countess Corleone. Corleone, by the artist Vittor Gislandi. And we all know who he was. So basically, this stayed in the family for generations until they decided, we're going to sell this house. Bring the realtor in to take photos. Yeah, get a good picture here of the living room to go up online for our listing. Uh-oh, we forgot to take down the stolen painting. I mean, of all the ways to get caught, think about it. All of these years it's been in the family, and obviously they knew it was stolen, because once they realized, cat's out of the bag, we got to move it. And they get busted by trying to sell their place. Now, the owner's attorney told USA Today that the painting was likely sold to Kodgin by the Nazis in 1944. Oh, no, we bought it. We didn't know it was stolen. Whatever, let the court decide. I just think it's hilarious that you take all of these steps, all of these years, and then forget when you're listing it. That just shows how anxious they were to sell it. It's a seller's market, y'all. Well, we have made it almost to the end of hour number 3. Thanks so much for spending some time with me here. If you're listening live or on demand, I do appreciate it. Don't forget to stay informed for free at themountainbuzz.com. I'll be back with you bright and early tomorrow morning as we roll towards the weekend. Right now, we got to wrap this hour up. I do appreciate you listening to the Trav Show here on the Mountain Buzz.